Hello everyone and welcome back. Hope things are well, and I need to start this video off by just mentioning the brilliant news that we have. Alexander Isak has said he wants to be at Newcastle United next season. He has spoken to Swedish media. He's happy where he is now. Doesn't matter what transfer speculation comes out, he wants to be here in the black and white. And I thought straight away, getting a player of his calibre nailed down before that transfer window opens, there's no fear of losing your top level striker. Just to nail him down straight away was the thing Newcastle needed. Without European football, I was always someone that believed that Isak would stay. I never had any doubt in my mind that this guy could potentially leave, but there's always that uncertainty. Well, once you dropped out of European football, would he want to stick around? And straight away he is so happy where he is. Obviously he's had a fantastic season, bagging 21 in the Premier League and 25 in all competitions. He's got a lot of goals to his name, and with a player of his ability, you can see why. Unbelievable talent, and to get him nailed down for next season, for me, you need him. Absolutely need him, so I'm buzzing with that. Now, unlike Bruno, which is still a tricky one to talk about, we've got quite a bit we need to mention about Bruno in this video, because he's a bit more negative news coming out about him. But whereas Bruno, I would argue, is somewhat replaced, but you got remember Tonali's come back into our team. We're going to have a serious amount of money for Bruno, which you can spend in the midfield. Obviously, a player of his ability is hard to replace, but collectively, you probably can build a better midfield. Whereas if Isak goes, I don't think there's a striker in world football which you could get that is either on par with him or better than him for the same amount of money. It's not possible. This guy is near one of a kind player. He's so technically gifted on the ball. You gotta keep him. So good. But yeah, that was the first bit of news I wanted to say. Massive news. I'm sure you guys will be buzzing to hear that. But hello there. If you're new around here and you enjoy the content, make sure I get down here, hit that subscribe button. We had the club shop vlog on Friday. New Adidas kit is out in 2 days time, so we'll be taking this out. I'm going to be putting on brand new kit, so I'm looking forward to going out on Friday, so there'll be a vlog out from that. Stay tuned for it, and just subscribe anyway so you don't miss any of the content. I do have an announcement I wanted to make as well. So on Saturday I'm going to be playing a charity match down at Eccleston Town FC. So if any of you guys watching this video are living in the likes of Derby, Nottingham, just anywhere further south, I'm going to be playing a charity match with massive content creators. So I'm going to put some of them on the screen now. There are some big names. If any of you guys watch TikTok, watch just normal football, YouTube, FIFA, anything like that, you will recognise probably a lot of these. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting game. I'm going to be playing on that on Saturday, and this is for Andy Mann's awareness charity. So this is a mental health charity. It's a good opportunity for raising money, just to enjoy ourselves, enjoy a good game down there. So if you guys can potentially make it or want to hear more information, just contact me directly and we'll sort it out. But back on topic now. Before we get into Newcastle United news, there was one more bit of news which I wanted to talk about because I found it hilarious. I think you guys will as well. So Steve Bruce has put his name forward for the Leicester City job. He quoted saying, "You know where I am. Are you winding me up?" This guy is so arrogant. Why does he think Leicester City would employ him? No Premier League team is employing you now. It's not happening. Get over it. But yeah, just a reminder of just the absolute crap that we've had 3 years ago. I mean, less than 3 years ago now, wasn't it? It's mad when you think about it. It still wasn't that long ago. So now finally see all this out of the club it's still a surreal feeling, and I don't feel like it'll quite hit fans enough until I finally win some silverware. But I never forget that takeover day, and it always hits me now. And I'm sitting here in the sun just knowing that this football club, yes, missed out on Europe, but we've got such a bright future where we'll push straight back in. We'll be challenging for Champions League football next season, and keeping the legs of Isak in, which I just said before, is key to doing that. Let's start this video off by talking about the potential outgoings here at Newcastle United, and we're going to start it with that man in the middle, Bruno Guimaraes. So what has came out about him now? It's been believed by journalists on social media that in Manchester City's camp, they are actually potentially looking into paying £100 million for our man. So they looked into him. The camp's currently speaking to obviously Bruno's agent, and there's just been that link that's been made together now. I think it's no secret on social media, and whenever you see a press conference, how much Pep Guardiola loves Bruno. But at the same time, Pep's leaving next season, so in Bruno's eyes, if a manager wants him so desperately and the guy's going out next season, is it is it worth of him? Because there's a bit of uncertainty with Manchester City, as crazy as it sounds, because once Pep leaves, are they going to be able to continue winning Premier League titles? Are they going to be able to continue winning doubles, trebles, quadruples? Can they do that? So there is actually uncertainty for Man City, as mental as it sounds. So for Bruno's case, might be worth it to stick it out for Newcastle, see where they are next season. If they aren't back in the Champions League, or aren't back in some form of European football, then maybe Bruno can then actually go, you know what, I feel like now is a good time, let's potentially move elsewhere. So I would still bank on him not going to Man City, just due to the fact that Guardiola's out the season after this one. So in his eyes, it's just uncertainty with City, so I wouldn't actually go into that one too much, to be honest. As for Kieran Trippier, though, so he was a second outgoing now. It's been believed that Bayern Munich will come back in again for Trippier this summer, and judging by what Newcastle fans think, I think a lot of fans probably want that to happen. Now, I feel it's a tricky one, maybe, because if you want money for Kieran Trippier, that will go, of course, in FFP sales. This is probably the last window where you can sell him. This guy's in his middle 30s now. For me, his legs are already starting to go. You can see it. He's lost a bit of pace. He's someone that makes some mistakes now, which is a shame because his ability is so good, but he's just getting older. And if Newcastle was to make money for him, I think this is the only window where you can do it. I think after this window, you're knackered. But my personal opinion, I still love him. I still love this guy. And if I had the choice to do someone here, I would watch the Euros first, because obviously he's expected to start left back under Southgate's men. I'll watch him at the Euros, see how he does, and then afterwards I would make my mind up. That's my personal opinion. If he has a bad time at the Euros, probably sell him. If he's good, plays well against top level teams, then I would keep him. So that's my personal take on it. Guys, let me know your thoughts down below on that one, because I'm quite intrigued to see what you all think. I reckon a lot of you want Trippier out, but I would see how the Euros do, and then if he's bad, then I'll let him go. The Athletic yesterday confirmed Newcastle United's transfer target predictions this summer, and Newcastle fans should expect 5 major signs to come in. So the club wants a goalkeeper, wants 2 defenders, a striker and a right winger. And in this video now, for me, we should just go through them. We'll go through each position, find out what player Newcastle want to get. It's a good chance for us all to talk about it. So we start off with the goalkeeper. As much as fans don't want to hear about it, it has been reported by local journalists that Newcastle United are after James Trafford from Burnley. So this is going to be our number 2 at the club. They're going to stick with Nick Pope as number 1. It turns out, obviously, Chelsea have came in for Marmodeshi. Newcastle are more likely to get James Trafford as we currently speak. So it looks like we are going in once again for the Burnley goalkeeper, and this time James Trafford will come in as the number 2. Someone that gets quite a lot of negative attention on social media, but for me, he's still a young goalkeeper. If you're paying between 10 to 15 million pounds, that for me, even if the goalkeeper is bad, you're not going to lose much money on him. So I feel like it's a decent choice. It's just whether you keep Nick Pope as your number 1, which is a bit of a concern, I feel like, for fans. They're going into defence now. We know Lloyd Kelly is going to be our left back, so that is one player already ticked off. Centre half was supposed to be Tosin Adebayo, but it hasn't happened, so now Newcastle will have to relocate him for a centre half, which is not ideal, because you're going from basically getting a free player to Newcastle now potentially spending 20-30 million pounds in a player, which at first they wouldn't have to spend that money, but because Tosin has chosen Chelsea, it now puts us in that position where Newcastle are going to have to spend if they want to get a good centre half in. As for striker, we have heard nothing about a striker yet. Absolutely no transfer news at all, no links. There's been some rumours, but nothing really where you can probably make a concrete prediction on social media. But finally, right wing. Now this is an interesting one, because a new name has opened up which Newcastle were previously linked with, which I feel like now is a good time in this video to announce him. So Federico Chiesa, the winger from Juventus, will be available to buy in the summer. So Newcastle can actually go out there now and get one of our previous targets in. This is a player that was on our radar before we signed Tonali. I know they're 2 completely different positions, but once we signed Tonali, obviously the money was spent there, so we then walked away from Chiesa. But the chances there now, a guy that scored 9 goals last season, good player, someone that is attractive, you know, he's someone that you probably want to see play for Newcastle. He's a big name, potential good player in the Premier League, and for me, I would say yes to this one. I feel like it's a player Newcastle should be targeting. He's available now. Juventus are looking to sell Newcastle. With the money we've got, we're mainly aiming for that position as well, so it's an absolute no-brainer for me. 30 to 40 million pounds if Newcastle want to do it. there's a player right there, and I feel like it's a player that Newcastle will be linked with. So keep an eye on this one, because I think Chiesa will fit our bill, and he'll be a brilliant player to bring in. That's about it today though, guys. I hope you enjoy watching. Quite a lot of information to get through there, so make sure you let me know your thoughts in the comment section about what you think about all of that. Is Chiesa the sort of player that you want? Do you want to keep the likes of Trippier at the club? Newcastle going forward, what players do you want to see us bring in? Is 5 major signings going to be enough for next season? There's a lot of questions going out there, and I'm going to try my best to answer them for all of you watching. So stay tuned. Appreciate you all watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going to lie and out in the sun straight away now. So whatever you get up to, make the most out of it. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you all in the next one.